There's a little country church that brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Franklin County. I think that sun maybe has decided to come up out there. I'm not sure. It was dark when I left home this morning, but it's a frosty morning. Well, not frosty, but it's 54 degrees. It's a brisk morning where it's introducing us to fall. I do believe so many leaves have gone off of my cherry tree. Well, it's an ornamental cherry tree. You can't eat the cherries, but the leaves are falling off. So it's a sign to me fall is on the way.
Absolutely.
But we have a lady with us that is a familiar face to here on Rise and Shine, and we're going to let her introduce herself and tell us about what's coming. We're so excited. I have to tell you, the first Ferrum football game is tomorrow. We're all excited about this. So we have.
Thank you so much, Myrtle Martin, Ferrum College, and I'm always grateful to be here and to visit with you. It's I don't get to leave the college but so often, so when I have the opportunity, especially to visit with you, with friends, family, with alumni, when I go recruiting, it's a real treat, so I'm very grateful.
Well, so glad to have you here this morning in your gold and black.
Absolutely.
I tried to break out something, had a little gold, well, you can't see it, but it is gold trim on here. I told her this is so old, I hope it doesn't disintegrate on the set.
I'm sure not. No, well, you know, Fridays are Friday goals or Friday gears on Friday at the college, so we try to wear the college. As you said, you know, an awful lot is going on at the college, and we'll start, and I'll remind everybody later, but sports are alive and well, and they've kicked off. The women soccer team as well as the men's have done extraordinarily well, both on site at the campus as well as on the road. And you're right, the first football game of the season, the home opener, is coming up on Saturday at 1 o'clock. And it's Suicide Prevention Week as well. So you want to wear, if you want, you can wear black and gold, or you can wear teal and maroon or purple, which are the colors for suicide prevention, to bring attention to that fatality. Over 363,000 people, the students in colleges every year suffer from it, and there's over 1,500 deaths. So it's something that we want to bring attention. It's a silent killer. People smile, and something happens the next day. So we want to make sure that we bring attention, and that if somebody's feeling depressed, if somebody doesn't feel good, certainly at Ferrum College for our students, we have a myriad of services, not the least of which is a wellness and mental health center that sees our students free of charge. But there's so many prevention centers around that are willing and able to speak to somebody who just wants to be listened at any time of the day. So, you know, Saturday is a great kick start of the football season. We actually had a game. Let's see, it was a week or so ago. It was a scrimmage, and it's the second year in a row that we took the field for 54 seconds, and then thunder or lightning struck. And you know, every time that lightning strikes, we have to set a clock for 20 minutes. So we go 19 minutes, and there would be another strike of lightning. We go another 20 minutes. At any rate, the poor visiting team that had come from out of state, and our poor home team that had gotten all dressed up because they were tired of hitting each other at practice. They were looking forward to actually screaming somebody else. 3.5 hours later, they come back on the field, they play for 4 minutes, another strike of lightning, and so they called the game. The same thing happened last year with the same team. So it's like, I'm gonna go out and spray next year some holy water or something so that doesn't happen. And it's just, these poor kids were wearing all of their gear, and they were so excited, and they stayed in those locker rooms for over 3 hours.
Oh, bless their hearts.
But this Saturday is supposed to be beautiful. For those of you who wish to join us earlier, tailgating starts as early as 9 o'clock in the morning. And then the Panther Walk, which has been a tradition that Coach Adams started, where the entire football team and our prospects who are beginning to already hit the campus for football as we begin the journey to Division Two. We'll also walk, and that takes place at 11 o'clock, and you can see the strength of the football team at 11, and then be there and tailgate or do whatever you want, and then the game kicks off at 11 o'clock. And then if you're on campus and you want to do again tailgating after the game at 5 o'clock, which is something rare, we have both men's and women's soccer matches. So, you know, by the time that the football game finishes and you get something to eat, and you can also, of course, go on to our dining hall. They would be happy to have you. And the dining hall opens at 4:30, so it'll be in plenty of time for you to go to the game, have supper at the dining hall if you wanted to stay to see the soccer game, or you can certainly tailgate as well. But we're looking forward to a day filled with sports.
Well, it is from one end to the other.
It is. We also have on Friday today, if you're around and are able to make it at Roanoke College, we are hosting the Maroon Classic. And so our volleyball team plays at noon and then at 4 o'clock. So again, if you have the time, come on and out and cheer the girls at their volleyball away from home. And then they're on Longwood is hosting cross country. So if you're in that neck of the woods, come and cheer our kids on. They always love to see our supporters, our benefactors, our friends and family at Ferrum College, especially when they're out on the road. So I appreciate anybody who's able to go and visit with them. They give their heart. They're the college's greatest representatives, and they deserve our support.
Well, you think you're out on the field and you're getting ready to play, and you look up and you see some fans there from back home. That would make you feel so good.
Absolutely.
And make you just want to do your best.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so that would be great. So if you're ever in those areas and the games are going on.
Absolutely. And, you know, other than that, of course, there's so much going on at the college. This been our 4th week, can't believe that, of instruction. And so our students are well settled into their routine, which is wonderful. The campus is alive. I love when the students come back because all of the energy that they give out. And of course, the freshmen are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And it's interesting to see almost a transformation that happens to some of these kids. And we all know that as parents, that they, you know, you send them off to school and they come back as young men and women. And I especially see it with freshmen who went off to their homes during the summer and come back. And it's like, what happened to you? You know, they grew up. But they have gotten themselves settled. There's an air of confidence about them. And you know, that's the beauty of Ferrum College. That's what it does. That's what we do so very well. Because our classes are small, as you know, 10 to 12 maximum, our faculty are part of their lives of these kids, and so are the staff. Everyone at Ferrum College becomes at one point or another father, mother, sister, brother, a mentor to these kids. They're part of their lives. And that's what makes us so unique. And so we shepherd these kids that sometimes come from small homes, small neighborhoods, small towns, and going away to college is a frightful experience. I mean, I remember going away. I was, you know, at the time living in Miami Beach, and then going to Duke. That seemed like another world. And it was the first time I had been away from my grandmother, from the strength and the protection and the nucleus of that family and of the church family. And what do you do? And just because it's not me, you know, it happens every year. It's a new generation of kids but that generation still feels the same anxiety, the same longing for family, the same longing from church. And so we're able to open our campus and welcome them truly home to Ferrum College. And you see that metamorphosis from that shy freshman, from that freshman who would come and say every week, Dr. Martin, I'm going home. Dr. Martin, I'm going home. Dr. Martin, I'm going home. To Dr. Martin, I am home. And again, that's a tribute to our faculty and our staff, our community leaders. You know, Fish Fry Friday has become something wonderful for our college because it's a way that the community comes into the college. You come so often, and so many others come. And it's so important for these kids to see the faces of our Panther family in the community, in our college, so that they understand that it's not just the faculty and staff, but they have the support of this entire community. And they do. You know, I've been, you know, this is my seventh stop, my third presidency. And yet I've never been anywhere that the town lights up with welcome home signs when our kids come back. And we do here in Franklin County, where it's at the government building, or is whether it's in Rocky Mount with all the banners from the vendors and even across the street. Parents notice that, and I hear that, and I'm grateful because from the get-go, these parents know, these students know that they are home. And that's really, really important for us. So, you know, we're listening to their needs. We're growing. We open a new dormitory this fall that's full. And we welcome a brand new set of students to that dormitory. And for that, I'm grateful. Our faculty are busy developing new curricula and figuring out how to work with industry leaders who are coming to us and saying, we need this skill, we need that skill. Can you train for that? And we're going, absolutely. We're alive and well, we're open for business, and we're here to serve the needs of our community. And just as importantly, we're here to educate the next generation of leaders so that they can stay here at home in our region, and they can become part of the economic engine of this region and obviously of the state.
That is so cool. I'm like you when I see the signs up. I don't, since I'm retired, I don't come to town often, but the signs up in Rocky Mount, welcome Panthers, welcome back Ferrum College. And if I was a parent bringing my child to college, that would make me feel so good that the community is welcoming the students.
It is, and you know, when we have prospects, I visit with most of the parents and the students who come to visit the campus. Whether it's on a Saturday or on a Sunday, whether it's on a Tuesday or a Thursday, whatever they come, I'm there to visit with them and to say, welcome home, to tell the parents, when you drop your child off at my door, they become my child. And then I look at the kid and I say, and I become your worst nightmare because I'm going to make sure that you graduate. And I think that's an important difference also that makes Ferrum College unique. For us, it's not about getting a kid, a body on our campus. For us, it's getting a young man or a young lady on our campus, holding their hand through the first semester, the first year, to instill in them the confidence that they should have because they have the ability and the intellect and the resilience and the work ethic to be able to make it, so that we walk with them, we nurture them, we challenge them, we open doors of opportunities for them, so that when they graduate, and that's the operative word, when they graduate, then they go out into the world as Ferrum College's greatest representative, who are our alumni. But for us, you know, it's an ethical principle. It's a moral principle that it's not about bringing in bodies. It's about graduating young men and women who will become the leaders of the 21st century.
And like we have talked about before, these young men and women that graduate, they may move away for a while, but then they come back and they're on your faculty.
That's right.
And then they are giving
Or
this.
staff.
Yes. And giving this education to the students like they received.
That's right.
So Bill and I have talked about this, you know, to see the number of people that come back to Ferrum College to be, like you say, on the staff or to teach. It's very impressive.
Well, it is. And I think, again, it's for us, it's something that we inculcate in our students because our motto of not self but others it's not words written on a page. It's a way of life. Our alumni bleed black and gold. And when possible, they come back home to give back to the next generation. I've shared with our viewers and with you often that as I travel the state and I visit with alumni, invariably, it doesn't matter whether it's somebody that I met or that graduated last year or somebody that graduated 60 years ago. Somewhere in that conversation, the statement, were it not for Ferrum College, I wouldn't be where I am today, comes out. And they remember what it was to want and not have, to have the ability, the intellect, the desire to go to college, but perhaps not the means to do so. And Ferrum College opens its doors. And they provided them with scholarships, and they provided them with second to none education. And now they've come out and they've changed the world. And now that the opportunity has opened up at Ferrum College, they come back so that they can instill that love unto our students. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to those faculty who are alumni, to those staff, our alumni who come back home to reinstill the passion, the love of Ferrum College, filled with a superb education that is not just textbook. These alumni go out into the world and they become field experts, they become heads of industries, they become partners in accounting firms or in law firms. You know, they become coaches at the Division I level or athletic directors, or they become partners in accounting firms or in marketing firms. And then they get to a point where a position opens at Ferrum College and they say, it's my time to come back home. You know, they're major league players and they leave those incredible opportunities to come back home. And so I'm very grateful. And the alumni are coming back home. And I couldn't be happier and I couldn't be more grateful. You know, Eric Owens, who played at 5 major league baseball teams, the position became open for head baseball coach. And he dropped what he was doing. He was in Canada and he came home to Ferrum College. And he's now the head football coach. And, you know, he played with Billy Wagner. So Billy Wagner is back home at Ferrum College. And the alumni with whom they play are back home at Ferrum College. And Coach Nav, who's the most winningest coach at Ferrum College, is back home at Ferrum College. So the word is spreading out that we want to say welcome home to our alumni. Not just during homecoming. Yes, absolutely. Please come. But every day, Ferrum College is their home and they have so much love and so much to give. And even if they don't come back to work full-time as faculty or staff, they can come back and mentor a kid. And they do. They give their gifts of philanthropy. We're a private institution. We depend on the generosity of friends of the college, of our alumni, to be able to pass it forward. And we do. And we've implemented, as you know, programs that no other school had at the time. There have been copycats. Sometimes, you know, everybody says, well, plagiarism or copying is the greatest form of what to say, um,
I know what you're trying to say. I've had that happen.
but flattery.
Yes, there you
It's
go.
the greatest form of flattery. And it's like, yeah, but with some of our initiatives, they're unique to Ferrum College. I wish that they just let us be unique. At any rate, we launched our Panther Promise, providing free tuition to qualifying Virginia resident, because as the College of Opportunity of Virginia, that's what we've done for 111 years. And that's what we're going to continue to do for the next 111 years and beyond. We're going to be that beacon, that light that says to students, we're here and come home. Because if you have ability, if you have intellect, if you have drive, if you have desire to better yourself, but perhaps don't have the money, we'll find the money. And our alumni write those checks, and our friends write those checks, and our industry partners write those checks, so that that next generation is able to come. Something else that we do very well is we're able to pivot very quickly to meet the needs of industry, to meet the needs of our students, to meet the needs of our region. One of the things that, and we've discussed this before, that has hurt higher education this year throughout the United States is the FAFSA fiasco, where the federal government decided in their ultimate wisdom that they were going to redesign the FAFSA, the federal aid application form. And it was supposed to have been launched last October, and it wasn't ready. And then they said November, it wasn't ready. And then December, it wasn't ready. To make a long story short, we got it on April the 15th, and we were not alone. A lot of people did. Well, if you need financial aid to go to college, a lot of people make alternative decisions. They decided we're going to sit out for a year. Even though Ferrum College had an estimator, and we guaranteed that whatever that estimator said, we would give it. As a private institution, we could do. Still, a lot of families just didn't trust the federal government to come through. And so they sat out. But now that these students' friends are off to college, and these students are sitting lonely at home, and yes, they're working, but they're still sitting at home by themselves. Well, the majority of their friends went off to college. They're having second thoughts. So Ferrum College has designed a mid-semester semester. And so we will launch a new semester on October the 9th. So we're accepting applications for freshmen, for students that decided to stop, and for them to come back, so that if you're a freshman, we can still catch you up with the rest of your class, so that you move as one class. You'll be in the classes with your friends. It's just the semester starts on October 9th, as opposed to having started on August 9th. So that's the difference.
So you're saying if little Billy and Susie sat back and didn't go to college, and now they're wanting to go, starting October 9th will be a semester where they can
Freshman.
enroll and catch up with the
Yes.
class that started in August.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
October, yes. So our application portal is open for a mid-semester starting in October 9th. So just go to ferrum.edu and then just click on either a visit. We welcome you to come and visit us. We can make a private appointment, or otherwise we have group visits. Again, any day of the week, any evening, any weekend, we're happy to do it. We realize that so many of our students, their parents are working parents, and obviously our students, some of those students even have to work. So we want to make it comfortable and convenient for those individuals who think that perhaps they may have made a mistake. That's just a delay. We've heard, and people came to us, and which is why we pivoted. People came to us and said, geez, I just don't want to wait until January. Yes, we have January, obviously, enrollment, and it's available, and that's also open. But so many were saying, we just don't want to wait until January. So we pivoted, and we created a mid-semester that starts on, as I said earlier, October the 9th. you can apply right now, and then those students can catch up with that freshman class.
That's wonderful.
You know, if you're a community college student and you did the same thing, you can catch up with your junior class. 'Cause, you know, from community college, they transfer with a 2-year degree, an associate's degree, and then they come in to Ferrum College as juniors. And so you want to catch up with your class, we'll catch you up. Just sign up. And as I said, you also have the January enrollment, but we are accepting applications now for this October 19th mid-semester semester, and also for the January application.
So like you say, you're very flexible
We are.
and you cater to the students, whatever their needs are.
Yeah, and you know, for those students, the Panther Promise is also available. It provides qualifying Virginia residents free tuition to attend Ferrum College. 39% of students from Franklin County are on that Ferrum Promise. Now, so it is wonderful to keep them home. And then also, in addition, for those coming from a community college, from a Virginia community college, we offer the Ferrum Promise. It's unique. What it does is it guarantees that students who enter Ferrum College with an associate's degree, with an earned associate degree from a Virginia community college system, and they go to school full-time, and they pass every one of their classes, we guarantee that they will graduate in 2 years. And if they have any additional classes, Ferrum College pays for them. That is unique. Oftentimes and regrettably, students who graduate from community colleges and go to the 4-year schools, they may have enough credits to be considered a junior, but because of the regulations and of the school, they end up having to stay another semester. Okay, so in essence, instead of 2 years more, 4 years, it becomes 4 years and 1 semester. Not at Ferrum College. We understand that our students and their parents are hardworking individuals, and 1 semester means more money to pay out to a college and less money to receive because they've not been able to work, to go out into industry to work, or to go into graduate school. It puts them back another semester. And sometimes graduate schools do not, like medical school or veterinary school or law school, they don't have a January class, which means they have to wait so much more. And so at Ferrum College, we're able to pivot to meet those needs of industry. And I'm very grateful to the faculty who make it happen, and to the staff who support it, and certainly to the administration and the board of trustees who are individuals to die for. They're just incredible visionaries and leaders who get us where we need to be and afford us the privilege to pivot as quickly as we need to.
Well, that is wonderful. And it's so wonderful when we come to the football games and get to meet some of these faculty members. And we were there for homecoming last year, and a picture made with a big football player that Bill knows all those particulars, but he used to play for the Steelers. And so we keep in touch on Facebook. So I told him I look forward to seeing him at homecoming this year. So Dr. Martin, thank you so much for coming this morning and sharing all of these wonderful things that's going on up at Ferrum. And tonight, we'll just go and throw this in right now. There is the fish fry tonight, starting at 4:30 until 8 o'clock. And that is your fish. Another side, now, I don't know if they're still doing this, but last when we were there, they had a station set up for the hamburgers. Kids love hamburgers. And then you had your fish and your sides, your salad bar. Now, these greens are grown at the Titmus greenhouse, aren't they?
That's right. And we also have, of course, for the adults who don't just like the pasta bars and the hamburgers that the kids like, or the chicken fingers or the chicken nuggets the kids like, which we have. There's also normally a meat entree that you can have in addition to your fish. And of course, ice cream and desserts and
your beverage.
All
of this is for $12 plus tax. And there is nowhere that you can go and have a meal like this for $12 plus tax.
And it's all you can eat.
Yes. So,
come
and
join
then,
us.
like she says, they welcome the community to come up. I have seen some of our school board members up there when we've been there, and people like Mr. Giroux traveled all the way from Bedford
Absolutely.
to come and have dinner with some of the guys that he used to work with in the school system. So people come from near and far.
And the kids enjoy it, and the kids appreciate it, that individuals from the community come out to support them, to talk to them, to say hello to them. They're very appreciative, and I'm very appreciative as
And they're
well.
very nice, very nicely mannered, because sometimes
are.
if Bill's not with me, with this peg leg, I have a problem getting up out of my chair. And I'll just find me a big football player and say, excuse me, could you help me, please? And they're very,
It's like, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. I don't know where you're going to find that anywhere in the United
right.
States, but you're going to find it at Ferrum College.
so we'll, tonight from 4:30 until 8 o'clock, go up and have a meal at Ferrum College. And then tomorrow is their first football game. Who are we playing tomorrow?
Mount Union.
Mount Union.
It's going to be a good football
I'm
game.
excited. I like to get out there where I can holler. Well, I was never a cheerleader, but anyway, in school, but I can surely,
Absolutely.
what they call me, the mouth of the South. Well, listen, we're going to take a short break, and I've got some announcements coming up of things that are coming up. So get out your calendar and your pen and stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, just another brief reminder of the fish fry tonight at Ferrum College. Starts at 4:30 until 8 o'clock. It is $12 plus tax. It's like Dr. Martin was saying, it was all you can eat. You got your fish, you have another side, or another meat. You have your side, salad bar, dessert, and drink for $12 plus tax. You can't beat that price anywhere. Also tonight, September the 6th, at the Callaway Elementary School at 7 p.m., we're going to have Wonka. And let's move around Franklin County this summer, watch some animated movies. They're going to have kids' activities will begin 30 minutes prior to the start of the movie. Dress accordingly, so it may be cool tonight since it's cool this morning. Bring a chair, blanket, a light source. Snacks and drinks will be for sale. And in case of inclement weather, which I don't think it's calling for rain today, it would be moved inside to the Essex Center. So that is going on tonight. So then again tomorrow, we will reiterate the first Ferrum football game is tomorrow, and that starts at 1 o'clock. So if you want to make plans, she says that tailgating, I don't know why I want to always call it backpacking. Tailgating starts in the morning, like at 9 o'clock. If you want to get there early and party with your friends, that's always fun. All right, this has already started. It started on September the 3rd, but this is the Community Bible Study. It will run for 30 weeks, and it did start on September the 3rd. They're going to offer a children's program. We are registering children ages 0 to 12, but spaces are limited in each age group. This is Community Bible Study is an interdenominational Bible study available to all, and everyone is welcome. This is taking place at Franklin Heights. They are the host church, Tuesday from 10:30 until 12:30, and they will offer additional remote group times for women. Wednesday from 11 to 12:30 at Christ Community Church in Pinhook. Thursday from 11 to 12:30, Franklin Heights Union Hall campus, and Wednesday 6 to 7:30, Franklin Heights Rocky Mount. The remote groups will not offer childcare, although the Wednesday evening group takes place during Awanas, so that is an option for your children. Register at Franklin County, all one word, .cbsclass.org. And you can find them on Facebook at Franklin County CBS Class. And they're going to be studying the Gospel of Matthew this year, and they hope that you can join them. So that is exciting. Coming up, let's put this on your calendar. Paws Up Panthers Cheer Clinic. Come and cheer with your Ferrum College cheerleaders. Now, we're excited to see these cheerleaders perform tomorrow. Lexi Hunt has become the new coach up there, and she's just out, throwing these kids up in the air and catching them. It's just absolutely marvelous. But there's going to be a clinic. So if you're in grades K through 8, September the 28th, slots going on that day, from 10 to 2:30 p.m. at the Ferrum College Schwartz Gymnasium, there's going to be this cheerleading clinic. It's $60 to attend, cash only. There's only 40 spots available. So I'm always saying, if you want to get your name in the pot, call and register, because you don't want to be disappointed to say, sorry, we've got a full class. If you should have any questions, please email Coach Hunt at ahunt1@ferrum.edu and send her an email if you have any questions about the clinic. And we hope that all these little girls and all these little kids that want to be cheerleaders will go and cheer with the Panther cheerleaders. All right, on September the 12th, there is going to be a potluck. It's a 10-week study on the Sermon on the Mount. It's going to be at Thursdays from 9 to 11 a.m. at Franklin Heights. All ages are welcome, but there is no childcare. Books need to be ordered, and they're $24.99 a piece. And you would need to call the church office. That number is 540-483-9507. There is also a precept study at our Union Hall campus, so be sure to ask for the Sermon on the Mount study. And you should use the Hilltop entrance when you come. There will be greeters there to show you where to go to the correct room. So we're excited about that. We got 2 Bible studies that are coming to Franklin County. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Lots coming up. A busy month here in September. We have got the Franklin County High School class of 1979 is having their 45th class reunion picnic. This is going to be on Saturday, September 28th, from 4 to 8 p.m. And the cost is $25 in advance, and this is due by September the 8th. And it's going to be at the Wade Park Large Picnic Shelter at 701 Wade Park Road. And if you are interested in coming, you need to contact Cindy Bowling Jefferson, and her phone number is 804 239 7022. I'll say that again, 804 239 7022. It says, please tell at least 3 people about the class reunion and about our Franklin County High School class of 1979. And they have a Facebook page. It's always so much fun to go back and see your fellow students that you went to high school with. I haven't missed many of my reunions. Just went to one last month. Okay, the 10th Annual Autumn Fest is for the Soup Kitchen. It is a fundraiser. It is also September the 28th to 10 to 3 p.m. Music, crafts, merchandise vendors. They are going to have a lunch. It's going to be fried fish, your sides, drink, and dessert for $12. They're going to have a bake sale, a 50-50 raffle. You do not have to be there to win that. And then they're going to have Walmart cards. These are gift cards. These are sold. These chances are 3 for $5 or $2 each. And you have 3 chances to win: a $250 gift card, $175, or $75. So the tickets are available at the Stepping Stone Mission right there on North Main Street. And then they will be on sale too, also the day of the event. And you need not be present to win, but the winner will be announced at the Autumn Fest. And our Mike Doyle and his Spiritual Heirs will be kicking it off. He will be playing at 10 o'clock that morning for about an hour. So come out and hear the Spiritual Heirs. They probably will have some other music too, but I'm not sure what that's going to be. Family Fun Day, free food, games, crafts, and resources, Monday, September 23rd, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Rocky Mount Farmers Market. Everyday activities like sharing a meal, playing a game, or asking about their day can make a difference in the life of a child. So we want to put that on your calendar. That's coming up on Monday, September 23rd. All right, this is not coming up until October. Promoting Safe Families Domestic Violence Awareness event on Saturday, October 26th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Rocky Mount Farmers Market. And we'll be telling you more about that a little bit later on. But we hope you will have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday, and we'll be hearing from Deputy H.L. Nolan about what's going on in our community. So have a great weekend. Stay safe. And I meant to say this at the beginning of the program. Please be careful. School has started. Buses are out. Children are waiting for the bus. Please be careful. We do want to be safe. And when you see those red lights blinking, you need to stop. So, like I said, thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll see you again soon.